Here we all are with the Rangakaitaki Rangers and the very first to be in the Rotorua Island Education Program. And you should be very proud of yourselves. And these are the books that they've produced. So it's a nature journal made out of recycled cardboard. And who wants to say what's in them?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tama.
So this is my nature journal. My name is Tama, of course. And in my journal, there is a pocket which has two
Don't worry about them.
feathers and one seeds, and my pepeha, of course. And as you can see, all of these papers are my birds, but I'm still working on them.
Actually, do you want to go, Michaela? I know that your one is quite cool. So do you want to say what words are in there?
This is my book too. I made it from cardboard, and I've done my pepeha. And all of those birds I did were from Rotorua, but we couldn't see some of them because we were too scared to come out.
Right, anybody else want to say anything about the birds?
Me?
That they've
Yes,
got in their
Micaiah?
books?
So this is my book. I made it, but it's like a normal book, and it says my name. Now that my pepeha, and I still do the birds, but I still had to work those up. I only got 3 more, and that's all. I'm going to show it to Rotorua Island, but the rest of them I already done this one, and even I've done the other one. I just cut that one.
Awesome. Do you want to say something, Albert, about yours?
Say what you want to say.
Well, I found a nice stripy feather on the
I'm going to show
floor.
the camera so they can see.
Just share the camera. Just show the camera. Just go like that.
Because you got 3, haven't you? 3
Yeah.
different types.
Yeah, I found like 3 feathers. The ones from my brother's idea.
Tell us about what's in your book.
But I still haven't finished it yet.
What have you done so far?
We looking at the saddleback, talking to another saddleback, and we went to see a weka was looking around to find food, and Takahi was with his mate to find food for their babies, and yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
And
What's your favourite bird then? Who hasn't gone?
Benjamin hasn't gone.
Benjamin, what do you
What
want to
you,
say
Ben?
about?
You want
Hi.
to add to that?
I've got nothing much to say. All I can say is someone else did my book. I was actually doing a nature journal with day 1 and day 2 of what we've done so far. And it just took forever, but it was worth it.
Yeah, because you're going to have that in everybody's. You've done it for everybody, so collaboratively we've done the journey.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to tell them what we've done? Do you want to read it out?
Day 1 of going to Rotorua Island. Already packed and ready, waiting at the Akarana Marine Yacht Club. About 1:40, we had liftoff to Rotorua Island. In the boat, it was a rough ride, so we held on to the rail so we wouldn't fall off. We were on a lookout for dolphins and orcas, so we kept our eyes wide open, but unfortunately, there were no dolphins or orcas to be seen in sight. Robin, our guide and also our friend, was playing a character, Walter Buller. Walter Buller was known as a person who could have been a hero by saving a pair of huia birds, but instead he shipped them to a person named Frederick Attenborough, got them stuffed and received lots of money. After which felt like forever, we had reached our destination. Carefully hopping off the boat, we put our luggage in the boat and onto the truck. Everyone was in the truck and driving to our resting home, which was half a kilometre. We got a good view from some parts of the island. When we reached to our resting home, a guy named Glenn set some ground rules. He was a pretty strict fella, but it was worth for the best of it. After getting sorted with our rooms and luggage, we set off to the beach with our swimming gear and stuff for dinner at the beach. After taking some dips in the water to freshen up, we went exploring for crabs and whatever we could find. When our mums were preparing dinner, me and the bros found many crabs and shrimp. We hear our mums calling out our name round the coast. Fueling our tummies with delicious vegan burgers, we cleaned up after ourselves and headed off back home. We reached home, put on some warm clothes, went for a walk to Mai to see if we could find a takahe. But we didn't. We went off to the Northern Head Tower to try and find some, but our luck wasn't good. So we made our way back to Ladies Bay and headed off home. After getting home, we had a few minutes of catching up with each other and we set off to bed. Day 2. After our awful sleep at home, we are all getting up for breakfast. Muesli with bananas, blueberries, yogurt and milk, and cleaning up after ourselves. Both our mums and Robin are making wraps for lunch. We are getting ready to do some activities. We reached the home bay. We did an activity called Backyard Detective, uncover the hidden creature. We had attempted a meter square and we found very little. We went on a hunt for crabs and saw our first tortillas and dotterels. We had lunch and went for a long walk down to the South Tower and sculpture. On the way we saw some saddlebacks and got some mean photos of it. We spotted some silver eyes and whiteheads, but we couldn't get some photos of it. After half an hour of walking, we reached the South Tower and sculpture. Heading back home to go for a swim, we waited 10 minutes listening to the nature noises. We ended up doing a plant survey. Didn't go so well for what we were looking for. Went to the beach, got some dinner on the way from home. We went for a swim again, saw some dotterels and tortillas. Both our mums made dinner. They called us back to eat. We ate, cleaned up, went to the North Tower, got a photo, went to find some kiwis in the dark, saw some more porks, didn't find any kiwis, went back home, watched the movie and went to bed.
Oh, that's great. Does anyone else have anything to add to that they missed?
Well, I made a wraps.
You made the
Oh,
rest.
you forgot that, yeah.
Yeah, and you forgot about our trip up to the statue.
That's what I said.
Oh, you did?
Oh, the south end, I think.
Oh,
you
the
put
south
that in.
end. Oh.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
Tana, do you want
Tana,
to
yes.
add anything to that?
Hey?
No.
No telling us.
Robert,
You
anything
didn't
I've
write
missed?
enough.
Pretty
about
good, really good job, Ben.
No.
Beautiful job. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to just go round everybody and we just want to go through a few things about the program so far. So we know we have a bit of work to do on the journals and to get a Rover Island medal, and we've got some other things to do to get those medals because we've got the detective, we've got the bird survey we haven't done. We've done the journals, so that's good, we can put those over, and there's 2 other medals that you can choose from. So that will qualify you to get the Rover Island medal. Okay, makes sense? All right, so now what we want to do is you've been the program, I know it was online, but what is it that you can tell me that you would definitely keep in? We'll start with, okay, Tama, we'll start with you.
So what I'm definitely keeping, would be going for a night stroll looking for some kiwis.
Okay, anything else?
And having a swim.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Great. Ben,
Probably looking for the kiwis.
looking for the kiwis.
Mm.
What about for the program? Because some of them aren't actually able to come to Rotorua. They're not going to be able to. You've been privileged that you're going for the night Kiwi trip. So we might leave that one out because I got that. But what about some of the other program work that we've done?
Oh well, I'll keep
Oh.
in this.
Oh, you
This
did?
is very fun,
Okay.
even though it's the first time I've done it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're proud of. I got that. Cool. Thanks.
Probably just knowing the like some of the plants and birds in there.
Mm.
Because I knew some birds, but I never really knew about them. And then
Which ones have you learned about particularly?
basically all of them, what we're doing is just, I didn't get to know more about them. I only knew their names and just the backstories. Like the hui birds. So yeah.
Cool. So you're learning more about all the birds.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else about that?
Yeah.
And the plants? Anything about that?
Oh yes, I actually learned more about the plants and that. I never really knew plants and probably just came on Kōwhai. That was all I knew.
Okay, good. So you're learning that there's lots more. Anything else about those plants that you're learning?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. All right. Next.
Makai.
Kaya.
Probably looking Takapai.
Looking for the. That was your favourite part. Looking for the takahe.
Takapai.
Okay. What about something about the program, Micaiah? So we're looking at the program, which I know some of the people will not get to. They'll come to Rotorua Island for the day. That's true, and they might see the takahe. They might not. But is there anything about the program that you particularly like? And what would you leave in?
I wanna keep this song because I like doing the book and it's my first time.
Cool.
And because I never done it, but today I done it today. Yeah.
Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Kayla?
Michaela?
Can you repeat it again?
What we want to look at is what you enjoyed about the program and what would you keep in.
The program is all of this.
You want to look at your camera a bit so they can see who you are.
I enjoyed by looking at wickers, like walking around the house and like they giving us food, but we're not allowed to feed them because it's a rule. That might be poisonous for them.
What she means is, what do you wanna keep in when you're doing this or that?
This program, this is the program.
I want to keep this book because I like doing the birds inside and my pepeha. And I didn't want to do my pepeha, but I like doing my pepeha.
Cool. So you definitely keep the birds and learning about them in the program. Yep. Cool.
And that's it.
Nothing else? Anything
Kayla,
else?
don't do that to my shoe.
Okay, that's cool. How about what would you?
I would say still I'm gonna keep around on the eyesight for kiwis and that, and what's their favorite food day, and what other animals gonna be coming here to New Zealand. That's my interest. And
So you mean other animals as in?
yeah, birds and that.
So you're interested in what other birds are introduced
Yeah,
and you want them to come? Or you don't?
yeah.
You want other birds to come or do you want to keep
Yeah.
the native birds?
Native girl. I don't know.
Well, I think you've been really interested in the birds, haven't
Yeah.
you? You've been reading all the books, you've been reading about
Yeah,
what they do, what
Yeah.
they eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're interested in keeping
Yeah.
the birds that we've got. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you? Is that the best part of the program for you?
Mhm.
Okay. Anything
Yeah.
else about the program you'd keep?
Yeah. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So I want to go through just some of the activities we did and just tell me whether we keep them or we don't keep them. Okay. So for me, what's important is that, because I put a bit of time into the program, but it's as we want to develop you as Aorangi Kaitaki rangers, so as leaders, and ideas was to look back, to go forward. So Richard Henry, is he a good idea? Who learned a bit about Richard Henry in the program? I know that was quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, who would we keep Richard Henry in?
Yeah.
Okay, who? Everyone? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Would we keep some of the activities in? So applying for the Aorangi Kaitaki position, and would everyone like doing that? I know we
Yeah.
probably haven't finished it, so that's finding what it takes to be a ranger
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
Not sure about that, Tama?
Not
About
sure.
you, Ben? Not sure?
Takes
What
a
about
lot
you?
To be a ranger, yeah.
Not sure?
Do what you want to say, not us.
All of
Do you
these-
think it's a good thing to know what it takes to be a ranger?
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
I
Me-
would
Because you
say
might
that.
do it later, mightn't you? All right, so what it's going to take, good. All right,
Explain it to Michaela. then.
explain it to them better.
Oh,
Yeah,
Michaela.
explain it to
No, it's
me
just
better.
Michaela.
Oh, Michaela.
Micaiah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So what we were talking about there is that remember that in order to be a ranger around these parts, like keeping the dogs off, going to animal rescues, what else? Looking after the plants, looking after the birds.
Like,
We need,
um,
we need to
be
have a.
rangers.
Sorry.
They want us to be rangers.
Well, remember in the program we were rangers,
We were
and then we looked
rangers.
back and we looked forward to see what that would take. So what I'm saying and asking you is that do you think it's a good idea to apply for a job and know what it's
Yeah.
going to take to?
Mhm.
It may be the way that we did it, and it was quite a long time ago that we did that, and we did it online, and it wasn't as easy. Because all of you have mentioned how it's much better in person to do all these. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we had a bit of difficulty on Zoom. Agreed?
Yeah.
All right, but I am interested. All right, is there anything? So what else did we do? So today, on the Rotorua Island Day, I'm just looking at what we did. Did you like digging up the bones? I know they weren't bones; they were pieces of
Yeah.
paper
Yeah,
on this
it was
thing,
fun.
and
Oh.
relating it to the Haast eagle.
Yeah. That was fun.
Fun.
Did you like that,
Those
Tama?
eagles are really
No, you
big.
didn't like that. You didn't like the. Were you? I don't think you were there though. Were you? Did you?
Yeah, I was thinking.
You were digging. I think if they were bones, wouldn't it be better?
Yes.
Yes. So we didn't have those quite ready in time. Okay, cool. So if we got the real bones, it could be a real thing, and we could relate because the Haast eagle. What we're trying to do there is to relate it all to biodiversity. Okay. All right. And then we had the metre square. We were both unsuccessful in that because one didn't do it at the right place, and the second thing was it was too, and the tide was too in the middle. We would have wanted it low tide. How good was that activity though? Looking for all of that.
That was alright, but not the best.
Not the best for you, Tama. What about for you, Ben?
Not the best spot.
Not the best spot, but you think the activity could work?
What were
Yes.
you guys talking about?
We're talking about the metre square.
On better
This
surface.
morning, Michaela.
You know how we had the metre square, but we didn't go on low tide, which we think would be better. So we were looking for all of the different crabs and all the things that live in the sea. The chitons and the crabs and the seaweed and the...
Yeah.
Could be a good activity. What about you?
It would be a good activity if the water never came up so fast.
Okay, got it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what we definitely would keep in the birds, that's what I'm hearing. Hearing actually that we could keep in most things, and it was pretty tough on Zoom. Is that right?
Mhm.
And the Nature Journal was a hit. I like that. Anything else for anyone about your experience of the program?
I would say I like to see all different type of feathers that birds have.
Oh,
I actually like the experience of actually seeing a bird, seeing owl native birds in New Zealand,
Yeah.
and my favourite was the Dutch owl, because of how tiny it was.
Very cool. Anybody else?
My favorite was the Takahe because that was the first time I've ever seen it.
Takahe, first you've seen.
my favorite was seeing a wicker. Just how they walk like a chicken.
The
And
saddleback.
For you, Albert, the saddleback.
Mhm.
I like what I just watch. I like what I just watch Puka go how they walk like a chicken.
The weka.
No, the pig.
Oh, the pukeko.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
pukeko. Same.
I wasn't listening. Okay, good. Well, that's it from me. That's great. And we've got a bit of work to do, but it's amazing to have you on board and amazing to have you as the first people
These
that have
are the
been through this
first,
program. First ever,
Just realised these are the first ever.
and the first ever to stay on the island as Aringa Kaitaki Rangers.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.